What is up, familia?
Hello, everybody.
We are here to review
The Last of Us.
episode 6,
Oh, yeah.
Kin.
Can you feel the cold? Winter
Hell yeah,
is
I can.
coming.
We're part of the convoy.
Yeah, guess so. Sheesh.
Convoy. Yeah, we're expecting a weather front.
Yeah. Sub-Zero out here wilding.
Oh my goodness. So, what was your final reaction of Henry? The final goodbye, because we opened the scene with Henry's not lament, his decision.
No, that was just a recap, man. This just went over last episode. It's like, it doesn't pertain to this one. Plus, we already talked about it, man. Like, it sucked. It's like,
Well, kind of, because it kind of carries on later on in the little campfire where we'll get to it, type of thing.
yep. Yeah.
So episode 6, Kin. It says 3 months. It's a 3-month jump from that point.
Yeah.
So they've been
Walking.
hiking all this time. They've been walking, man. I'm surprised let's say, be in shape and everything, getting those big calves.
So yeah, so I guess they've just been like hunting rabbits, and
That's a good freaking diet, for 3 months.
well, I can't eat rabbit for one meal. It's not.
There's not enough.
It's not the best meal.
You know what? I never had rabbit, so.
But in order of things that are the worst to best at running away from things is the delicious ometer. Like pigs and cows, they don't run away from us very well.
We could triple.
Rabbits and horses and other people, they run away. You're good.
You've been chasing them with a fork. Come here.
It's like a Looney Tunes. You just see it like giant turkey leg.
It's rabbit season. Duck season.
Rabbit
Right.
season.
So it starts off. We see this guy, has a hair and his crossbow. He comes in and he goes, Joe's like, don't make a sudden move. And then the funny part when he tells I guess his name was, did he say his name? Maury, probably.
I don't know, man. I don't remember that part of the name.
So it's like a heavy-set woman sitting on the chair, and then she goes, how come you didn't shoot him like I told you? Like, the gun's all the way over there.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not getting up.
Yeah, it's funny. It shows, like, that whole thing just shows, like, that they were so complacent that they were just kind of they didn't care one way or the other, right? They're just like, they're essentially the same person at that point.
Yeah, and then the lady goes like, look, they didn't hurt me. He's like, I could see that.
You made him
She goes,
soup?
You made him soup? He's like, yeah. And he goes, you better tell us where we are. And then no lying, because you got to be telling us the same as your wife. He goes, you tell him the truth? Like, yeah.
See, they
Like,
trust each other so much.
Like, are you lying to me? He's like, no. He's like, the point is like, all right, you're good.
You have a map. Why are you lost?
That banter, man, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I want more of that girl to come back, the heavy-set woman. I think they were like Indians, right? Like they were living like off like a little land.
They actually didn't live in India, so I don't think they.
No, I'm like a Native American. Native American. I apologize.
However, probably. I mean, at that point, there really isn't native any damn thing anymore. But yeah.
So they start running down the places like, have you tried Cody? He's like, yeah, I think it's crawling with French clissers. And I was like, and then another thing that was funny, she like, then Ellie asked, like, did you see any fireflies? Like, yeah, during the summer they come out. I was like, no, I mean, talking about people, like, there's people fireflies?
Yeah, like, all right, look at all the weird stuff. That's gonna weird you out the most. Like it's not out that
So-
far out of the ordinary. But then again, I guess they never encountered any. Being in the
That's-
middle of nowhere.
that got me a big belly up. I was like,
Yeah.
that's funny. So Joe and Ellie are head out. You know, got the information, and they're like, all right. So Ellie steals a rabbit from them.
Put that back. She doesn't.
And all of a sudden, I know. And all of a sudden, you see Joe is like, get those panic attacks like we do get sometimes.
Mhm.
Surprised he didn't have a paper bag next to him, but he looked like, he's like, Joe, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, are you sure? He's like, yeah.
Well,
And then-
because they start talking about all the finality and all the like when I get there, and then there's the whole river of death thing.
Yeah. So she's like, don't, because the guy warned them, like, don't cross the river of death. They're like, there's bodies and everything there.
Yeah. So then they say it's infected or not infected. It doesn't matter. They're just dump bodies. So then it's like, I don't know. That doesn't really track when we get to that, because I don't know. Are they dumping their own bodies? How many are there? Why?
I know. Body on body.
I was hoping that it would lead to something more sinister, but that didn't really.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, me too. So
Yeah.
it was like, what, they got frozen because of the snow, or were they like covered, or
Yeah, because they made it sound like so much worse.
it feel like in your mind you envision like stack of bodies, you know,
Yeah, right.
like Game of Thrones with the spike with the heads and stuff.
Uh,
So yeah,
but
so
then, like
yeah, go
it's
ahead.
also like kind of a spiritual, like kind of like it represents like a transcendence, like in what is it, Greek, where you pay Charon, you cross the river of the dead and you get to
Oh, that's right.
the afterlife, and then he gets to like his kind of paradise. He gets to Tommy and that whole I forget what the settlement is called, but they get there.
Yeah, we call them like, are you're like communist? Like, no, we're a commune. But yeah, you're right. We're communists. Yeah. So yeah, so they go through the whole, traveling day and night, and they pull over, and they have a little fire pit, and that's what they have another heart to heart talking about what Ellie did. She confessed that, like, yeah, I wrote my blood on Sam before he turned. Like, I know he turned, and Joe's like, what do you mean? He's like, I know, like, I was trying to save him, type of thing. Like, she barely opened up about that. So she was carrying on that
months.
feeling for 3 months,
Mhm.
So I was just like, damn, that. So you finally, because at the end of the last episode, you see her like tough enough. She's like, all right, let's go. But now this one is like, stop, reflect. And then she said, like, I was trying to be a hero. She admits, she's like, I wanted to save him.
Yeah.
So Sam was like, what? So yeah,
And
so
then
they're talking about.
they
Go ahead.
encounter a couple cast members. Going. You didn't see that? It was
Which
their
one?
Starbucks coffee cup moment.
Oh, really?
There were a couple travelers on the road when they look at the first river of death.
I gotta go back and look at it.
They probably
I got
edited it out by now.
Oh, that's true. And then so Joe was talking about retirement, wants to raise sheep and fall asleep with sheep. So they go in and they find the bridge. Hey, doesn't that bridge reminds you of the Quiet Place bridge?
It would if I saw it.
Oh, that would
There
help.
it was.
I was looking at it. I was like, that's where the little boy or whatever the monster comes out. I'm like, is that it? All bridges look the same now. So they get across the bridge and they continue walking, and then who do we encounter? The 4 horsemen, or more than that. So the
Bunch of
wrestling legends came out. They held up the 4 horsemen. We got Ric Flair in them.
Triple H.
Triple H played the game. No, so dude, the part with the dog. So this guy comes out. He doesn't really say his name, and he's like, "You better not be lying to us. Like, where you coming from?" It's like, "Oh, we're just trying to find my brother." And he's like, "Oh, you didn't encounter no infected along your way?" He said, "Of course not." He's like, "Well, I have this dog right here that could smell COVID-19 on you."
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that usually in these scenes it's like the bad guys like sicking the dogs on them.
Yeah.
And that things are gonna turn, but this time the paradigm kind of shifts, and it's like, oh, and the dog doesn't detect whatever it is going on with Ellie, but FEDRA's technology detected it.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe the dog's malfunctioning.
Which I haven't smelled infected in a long time, probably.
I guess.
So yeah, I went to Joe and he went. She's like, all right, come back, go to Ellie, and then it was a tense moment. I was like, oh no, this dog's gonna bite her, and it's a war. But no, they started playing fetch, and then gave her Scooby snacks, and everybody's fine. Ellie was cool. Either that or whatever it is got cured in her blood.
No.
Scooby, come back.
So then he's like, I'm just looking for my brother Tommy.
Go Power Rangers. RP.
Why did you say that name?
I know. Why do you say that name? Because he's my brother. So yeah, they go back. The horsemen like, all right, come with us. You know, we see them have. Did they have extra horses when they were with them?
I guess probably from dumping all those bodies.
That's true, right? He's like, here, take this horse. So they rode back individual horses. I was like,
yeah,
okay,
right.
That's.
I guess Ellie got some horse experience
somewhere along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, of course, and then he's walking down, and he's like, you see Tommy up in the, what is he doing? Pulling up a mortar type of thing?
Yeah, it's just being a sentry.
He goes, Tommy! They run. And then when Joel picks up, he hugs Tommy, his leg goes up like they usually do.
You know, I like comedy. Before that, though, before it took, I should have mentioned this earlier, when they encountered the dam.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like asking if it could provide electricity and stuff, and he's like,
"Oh yeah."
He's like, I don't know how this shit works. Like,
you could have lied to me. He was like, I would have believed you.
But it's kind of worth noting, but not a whole lot. That's actually where Tommy and Joel get reunited in the game, and yeah, I don't know. It was a nice little thing that they went to the dam, but they're just like, we ain't got no damn time.
And it's funny too when they approach it, Ellie's like, damn, and he goes, you're not funny. Yeah. Acting like a kid would.
Mm-hmm.
So of course they get the grand tour after that, and they're reunited. It feels so good.
Yeah, and the first thing they see, as opposed to Kansas City where they just see attackers right out the gate, the first thing they see in this town is families and people being happy and Christmas trees.
I know, right? It was like, wow.
It's like a freaking Americana. Like,
that's when Ellie, I know, downtown America, Ellie is asking Maria, I think her name is. She's like, are you run this place? Like, no. We all voted. We're a democratic society type of thing. Part of the community, which was cool noting, you know. She's like, oh, you're running this like that's where it comes in, like a commune. A commune. Welcome to commune. So yeah, after that, they're munching down. And then Joe and Tommy have a heart-to-heart. That's when Tommy asks, how's Tess? And she's like, oh, she's fine. She ain't dead.
Oh, she did, yeah.
She's all right, you know. You probably sniped her on the way over here or something. So yeah, so that's when they asked like, where's the Fireflies? And they're like, oh, they're in the University of Minnesota? No, they're in a university.
I figured Wyoming, I guess, right?
Yeah. And he's like, it'll take a 1 week ride, but you got clickers along the way, you got raiders along the way.
They're in the University of Phoenix. Oh shit, they're online. Jackie and Joel.
Plug it in. So yeah, so that's when Joel reveals like, Tommy, I need your help. We got to do this together. And he's like, no, man, I can't. He's like, what do you mean, Tommy? Like, I did everything for you. If you're over here running away, trying to repent for what you did, like, Joel, we killed people. We did that. He's like, yeah, we did it our own way.
We did what we had to do. And then Tommy's like, we didn't though. Like, we could have just not killed people. And Joel's like, oh shit, think about that.
Now he sees like he matured a little bit more. He's saying like, you know what, there's other ways to do it now, but at that time there wasn't. So
now we can let the dog kill people.
Fetch.
Way easier.
So then that's when Tommy realized, like, I can't go on your suicide mission because I'm gonna be a dad. He's like, I'm gonna
I would
be.
think that the dog would like smell them like as a tree because they're a mushroom, and then it would just pee on them. It's like,
It'll start blossoming.
pees on you. You're infected.
He'll be marking them everywhere. So that's when he said, like, I'm gonna be a dad, and he goes, I feel like I'm gonna be a great dad. And then Joel goes, I guess we'll have to find out. And then she's like, excuse me? That's fighting words.
Mhm.
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna be a better dad than you were with Sarah. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh, you done did it, man. You done did it.
He did the Sarah button.
Uh-uh.
So he gets pissed off, and then Joe walks away, and again he gets another panic attack because he sees a girl that looked like Sarah with the curly hair and right.
Mhm.
Dude, honestly, at that point,
Yeah.
I was feeling some sort of emotion, dude. I was just like, am I about to tear up right now?
Well, that and the Christmas tree.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
It was like around Christmas, and he was looking at his last Christmas with her, and that's why he still wears the watch, even though it doesn't work anymore. Time stood still that day, you know.
Ah, dude, the way you put it out, I was like, damn, that's hitting me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets a panic attack. It looks like Sarah. Of course, they get the same treatment when they went to Frank and Bill's house. They got a restock. So they took a shower and then smelling nice. And then dude, when Ellie came out, there was like a nipple cup thing. I was like, what am I looking at? You notice that? It was like the little squishy thing. And I had a little pamphlet. And I was just like, And I asked my wife about it, and she told me what it was. I was like, oh, okay, that's what it's for.
So when you say nipple, you have my attention.
There was this little cup thing that you have to insert into the. Yeah, we're not gonna go that graphic.
The erection. Right.
Yeah, so she's like, oh, interesting. Who knows if she did or not? So moving on from there. And then Maria came in, and then that's where Ellie was looking at a board. It said Sarah and another name. You remember the other name?
Rick.
So Rick and Sarah, and then she walks up to him and is like, when was the last time you cut your hair? It's like, what?
Oh, actually, I do remember the name. I think I might be wrong. Nora.
So NORAD.
There's some significance there. Yeah, big fans. All right, go on.
So so she's sitting down, cutting her tips, and that's when it revealed. That's when Maria accidentally revealed that that's you were looking at the board and it says Sarah. That was Joel's daughter. I was like, that's when she does the what?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I'm saying too much, you know, and that's when she picked up that of course Ellie was holding secrets. So like, good. It's hard for you to trust. And like it's what she says trust people with that information. Don't trust people with that information that you have to have information. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly like that. It said it just the same way she said it.
Then after that, what happens? They're having a powwow, right? That's where Joel tells Tommy about Ellie being immunized, being what's it called? Immune there. And then then she like, what are you talking about? And then that's when Tommy says, give me the recap. So if you go to episode 1, you see it.
Yeah, right.
So he laid out everything, all his adventure, misinformed his adventure with the clickers, Tess dying, and believing that Ellie is the cure.
We had fun.
And that's when Joel tells Tommy is like, you know what? Like, imagine your son growing up in a place that there's no one infected no more, this and that. And like, that's what you have to take her, man. help me out with this. Like, I'm not the man I used to be. So he's growing like doubt in him,
Yeah.
type of thing. Like I'm not as fast. I'm not like the man I used to be, type of thing.
I'm 56, you little shit.
Almost close to retirement. So Joe tells Tommy, come on. So he's like, okay. And then
Tommy goes, it's morphin' time.
So yes. Green Ranger power. Oh man. Oh dude, hitting the field. We lost him earlier this year.
Yeah. Too soon. Was it this year? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was this year. Yeah, earlier this year.
And he blows through the no mouth hole in his mask, and
he has a pre-recorded. He's just holding it up to his mic that he has inside.
Yeah, this is like the test button on a keyboard.
Not
And you pretend like you're playing it like like the keyboard cat. Anyway.
So Tommy agrees. He says, "And Don, we're leaving." And then Joe goes up to tell Ellie, like, all right. And she goes, Ellie already, I don't know how, but she overheard everything that Joe was telling Tommy.
Because she got that clicker hearing. She might be immune.
But dude, imagine she develops her powers, you know, super strength from the blue order and super hearing, like you said, with the clickers and
what, like projectile vomiting, like the
project.
The little... I got nothing else.
Super
people
speed.
Can do the clicks. They can do echolocation. That's a thing people can do.
Really?
Yeah. There's videos of people do, like bikers do it a lot. I guess. I don't know.
I see that now.
I can imagine that, like keeping pace with you biking super fast. Yeah, right.
So Joe goes in there and Ellie already knows. Like, if you're gonna dump me, let's do it right now. Don't pull the band-aid. Like, you never liked me. What the hell? It's like, yes, I do. But Ellie, it's for your own safety. Like, if I go with someone else, I'm gonna be scared. Honestly, I'll be too, because you know you got to know this person after a long time, build kind of a bond, you know.
Yeah. Well, not to mention, like, most people see somebody with a bite, they want to kill them right away, you know. Yeah,
exactly.
You really can't trust very many people.
So it's like panic mode. They even said that too. So it's like, Tommy is my brother. He'll take care of you. This and that. So it's the next day.
I'm not your daughter.
Dragon sword.
She says that. I'm not your daughter. I'm not Sarah. And then he's like, don't say that name. Don't say another word. And then she's like, 4 words. And he's like, ah, shit. You called my bluff. I'm out of here.
She says, yeah, you're right. You're not Sarah. You're not my daughter. I don't care. And she walks out. Slam the door.
Yep.
So yeah, it's dawn. What time is dawn? You know what I forgot to mention? Backtracking. Just a quick. Dude, that visual with the northern lights.
Yeah, that was
beautiful.
Cool.
You know, I was so amazed. I was like, I'm telling you, man, the scenery on this show is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if that's... Is that
Was it the northern lights?
Well, yeah, obviously. But, I mean, like, I don't know if can you actually see them from there? I know, like, Minnesota can, like, the northern parts.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe without light pollution.
That's true.
I don't know. But also, we left out the part where Maria brings her the jacket, the big purple jacket.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and it denotes kind of like her place that she's able to get brand new clothes still. And it's like, you know, like royal purple.
I went to Thrifties.
Burlington
Coat Factory. She's like, holy crap, why is it purple? It's like, no, it's eggplant. What am I, Barney? No, I'm playing.
Yeah. What is this? A penis emoji?
Squirt. So Tommy goes for Sarah, for Ellie. She's like, you got yourself for the walking. And then we get to she goes, where are we going? To the barn. I mean, the stables, right? Go to the stables.
Yeah.
So, of course, who do we see at the stables? Senor Joel.
Her stable father-in-law, or
Stablemate.
adopted father.
So Joe's like, oh, you came to see me off?
That wasn't fair. All right, look, you have a choice. All right, let's go.
I know.
Damn, all right.
Sure, he had the freaking... And then Tommy, you see him in the background.
Woo!
I saved myself.
Oh my God. No, but you know what though? Like that's the real, the first. I mean, I guess there've been like hints here and there, but like they survived their first real fight, like a real emotional exchange between them, and they bonded that much more. You know.
That was cool. And then she goes, Joe's like, no, I was here trying to steal this horse, but it's been 30 minutes and I can't get there. It's like, I was going to give it to you, Joe. And he's like, yeah, I know, but I wanted to steal it. So they go outside with the horse. And then he's like, could I have your rifle? Like, yeah, here you go. Tommy's like so giving, bro. He's like, he just wants them out of there, bro. He's like,
oh, yeah. So like your guy, he's like, I already gave you the damn rifle. Shut up.
Here, I packed you a lunch.
Yeah,
you know, and here's the map.
The guys, they took my lunch. I had it ready. I gave you like 6 Lunchables. Just go.
Yes, it's a little juice box. Your favorite juice box.
Yeah, but like mine had the Reese's. I gave you a bag of Reese's cups.
I got your favorite pretzels. What else do you want? For me,
but mine had a Super Mario action figure.
Like, here, take mine. Whatever. You just go. Yeah. Look, mine has a little dent on it. So yeah, so Tommy, it looked like he
was a streamer. He'd be like, "Let's fucking go!" Oh, let's go!
So they get in the horse, and Ellie's like, "All right, let's go." You know,
let's go.
Let's go. So they all ride out, you know, and then Tommy was relieved to get the fool out of his face. Like, oh, thank God he's gone. He always says a nice thing. You always have a home here. He's like, I better. He goes, I'm like, damn, I'm entitled already.
Yeah, right. You think Mario's gonna remain as Star-Lord after Guardians?
Who knows? I'm pretty sure there'll be a sequel.
No, it's gotta die.
Damn.
No more.
Anyway, Gigantor. So yeah, so they're saying it's a week ride. He's like, look, didn't he say that it's a week's ride? And then he goes, look, we did it in 5 days. So I was like, that is a week.
This is not a week. 7 days.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. We did it in 1 work week.
1
o'clock out.
So yeah, so they made it to the university, of course. You know, the poor horse, man, nonstop 5 days. Sheesh.
Yeah, plus nowhere to eat because it's all snow.
So the horse is like, hey, yeah, right. What the hell they fed the horse?
Right. What do you think the horse can eat the mushrooms? Like if they came across infected, they could eat.
Well, it looks like they haven't been infected though, right?
I don't know. There's no infected animals.
Come to think of it, yeah, you're right. So yeah, so they finally roll up to the university, you know, and they see what? Monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, right there.
Yes.
Right there. The animals were infected in the game. The monkeys were. You just reminded me of that, mentioning the monkeys. Because when they come across the professor, they come across his notes and stuff. He talks about how the monkeys bit him, and then he was starting to turn. So never mind. I guess animals can be infected.
Ooh.
But monkeys are primates.
Kind of human. They have a opposable thumb, so.
Yeah. Plus, they're Justin Bieber's pets, so that probably has something to do with it. Anyway.
Oh my God. The beefs. So yeah, so like we finally made it to the Firefly camp, and then they get freaking surprised for like, isn't that where the army station is supposed to be at? The guard station? Like, there's no guards. So they slowly go in, and they don't find nothing. They only find a big map that said they're at Salt Lake City now.
Yep.
You accept new mission. So great. So they hear somebody and they go upstairs, and then what is it? Another monkeys. It's like, this is not infected. And then we see the Las Vegas Raiders outside.
Yep. You're about to take another L.
So they're walking.
Commonplace.
So like through the back doors. They go to the back door. Like, get to the horse. And this guy goes, Joe. So she turns around, and then Joe's fighting this guy, and he cracks the neck of that guy.
Yeah, that's his like main stealth kill too. Or whenever he snuck up on enemies, it's like, man, all right, you're good at that. Wow, he did that like very easily, right? But
like
not
chicken bone. He's like,
to avoid.
are we supposed to? What happened to everybody else? Like they were fucking behind him, a mile back.
Yeah, we don't know, right? They're still floating around somewhere. But right now, Joel's dealing with a little shanky panky.
So we look down, and there's real that. He's like, I thought when you get stabbed, you're not supposed to pull it out.
Wait, I don't know. Well, that's only with an arrow.
Oh, okay.
Just anything with a barb would make it worse.
You're supposed to leave it in, but anyway, so he pulls it out, and he leaked out a little bit. He's like, Joe, get on the horse, get on the horse. Then it turns into GTA.
I know what you mean. In case an artery is hit or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, it was like the abdomen, so it's not really an artery there.
Sheesh. So yeah, so it becomes GTA horse. You know, like Emmy. Ellie turns around, starts shooting at them. He's like, duck, oh shit. Like, bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
Comes Wild Wild West. And
then for the second time in the same episode, she's like, Joel, if you die, like, I'm fucked. It's like, how many times are you gonna tell this guy? Like, he's dealing with his own stuff. Stop it. Like
autosave somewhere.
He's having more. He's like, oh, my heart. Like, he's already dealing with a hole in his stomach.
Like, you need to give him more stress.
Yeah. So it sets, and then they play.
Riding with my friend.
Huh?
Riding with my friend.
What was that? I don't know. They played Depeche Mode, the standalone or whatever that song is.
Oh, okay.
And it's like talking to, I don't know. I had captions on it. I was like, standalone.
Riding with a friend. Please don't let me down.
Yeah, that's right. Then it was talking about or it's like setting up the fact that she's going to take front and center while Joel recuperates.
Yeah, don't they have a med kit? Med kit.
I mean, it's not a game, you know. So,
oh yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm a little hazy on what happens next, but I know that it gets really wild from this point.
So she just gets out, and like they're riding off, and then Joel just collapses. Like, oh shit, no, Joel. And he goes,
yeah, get on the horse.
So he's laying there, and she goes, Joe, please get up. Without you, I'm effed. Please.
Yeah.
And then it fades to black.
But so, it doesn't play Fade to Black.
Huh?
It doesn't play Fade to Black. It plays the
plays the Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
All right. Then you know it's over. So yeah, he's gonna take front and center in the next episode, and it's gonna get really, really real.
Yeah, right. You saw the trailer for it, or?
No, I don't know. I don't watch the trailers, but I kind of recall what happens in the game. Like, I like that. I like the hazy, like, oh, I remember this, and then like, you know, it like unlocks core memories where I'm like, I remember this happening. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like playing along a little bit.
So how do you like this episode?
I felt like it had a lot of really interesting foreshadowing, and it was cool to explore all the relationships and everything in it. It seemed like it intentionally withheld all the action to put it right in your face in the next episode.
Yeah.
That's my anticipation, is that it's going to be like nonstop, relentless moving forward.
We've only got 3 episodes left, right? 79.
Yeah, so that's what I believe is gonna go down. So I think it was intentionally just like, you
It's
know,
another
like
world building type of thing, right?
Yeah, there really was. And then it set the precedent for a lot of decisions and moves that are going to occur moving forward.
Which is pretty cool, you know, like seeing the dynamic between Tommy, like before he used to be cool, and now they're like kind of distant.
Yeah.
You know, he has more to lose than he did before, so that's why he's kind of not gung ho like he was.
Even though Joel was always the one saving his bacon back in the day, now he's just like, all right, you served your purpose. Like,
he goes, now I'm a father, so I can't do anything like that no more.
Adios, mofo.
So yeah, guys, that was our thoughts and a review of The Last of Us episode 6. Kind Hearts. I mean, kin. Final thoughts, senor?
Ready for the next one.
Oh yeah. For the hit mono, I am the zombie. We didn't even introduce who we were in the beginning, but you know who we are.
You already know.
You know our lovable faces.
You can read the subs. We don't need no dubs.
We got no nubbies. So you guys, till next time, much love and peace. Look out for our channel. We're dropping more stuff coming up in a special video release.
Yeah, be kind, pick it up and hand it back to us and say, hey, sir, you dropped this. That's the polite thing to do.
Look out for There Goes the Neighborhood. Till next time, much love. Peace.